Hey ladies, welcome back to another episode, and this one's gonna be fun. Okay, so I am not sure how all of these episodes, like what order they're releasing in, and so I'm just gonna keep saying this until you poke me or whatever. But we are putting these up on YouTube now, so we're recording video, and so I'm actually going to be sharing my screen with this one so that you can see what I'm looking at. And I think that will be helpful. And I'm also sharing video, but I'm still going to be using my notes. So if you see me like staring very intently at something, if you are watching the video, I'm not staring at you, I'm not staring deep into your soul. I'm staring at my notes. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about today is greenwashing. Okay. And the reason why is one of the big steps that you can do to balancing and supporting your hormones is reducing your toxic intake. Now, when we reduce our toxic intake, we are taking this massive burden off of our liver, and you're also taking a massive burden off of your hormones because you're not filling your body full of these endocrine disruptors. You're also just reducing your overall like exposure to heavy metals, forever chemicals, all of these types of things. And so I thought greenwashing was something that would be very important to kind of walk through. And I'm going to walk through it in terms of a consumer. So I'm not going to be like, these are the ingredients you should watch for. I want this to be more of you learning how to spot greenwashing and you learning how to educate yourself, because marketing is cool. Marketing can tell you a lot of things, but you have to look past the marketing, which is so hard sometimes because you're just like, oh, pretty packaging. It says all the right things. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. My friend loves it. But that could be maybe a serious issue for, whatever you're dealing with right now. You can hear Landon giggling upstairs. Okay. So he is with Miss Maddie while I record this. So anyways, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of take you through how I'm going to do this. So we're going to use a lot of different things. So I use EWG Skin Deep database for ingredients. I don't use EWG anymore for even just looking up products because I am 100% convinced that people pay to get an EWG certification, or something is just so weird over there, because there are so many products where they will say they're EWG certified, and then you look at those ingredients and you just go, that is so fishy looking. Like, those ingredients are not good ingredients. Like, why is this EWG certified? And okay, that's a whole other rabbit hole. So let's learn to look at ingredients, okay? So I'm going to give examples for this, okay? So let's say you have a product, okay? And we're going to use, I'm going to pull up my screen here. If you aren't watching on video, we're going to look at Mrs. Meyer's laundry detergent, okay? And we're going to look at this because I feel like when you start entering cleaning products, I feel like this is really a big one that a lot of people think is really, really good. Okay. And we're just going to we're going to go through the things. Okay. If you are someone that gets offended easily, you probably don't want to listen to me review products. Okay. We're just going to put that out there. Okay. Because yeah, I just say it as it is. And I am going to be 100% honest here. I am not a chemist, so I will not be pronouncing these names correctly. I'm going to struggle through these words just as much as you are. I have no idea how to pronounce them. I know how to read them, and I know how they affect you, and I know how to recognize them because I've trained myself to do that, and I'm going to show you how to get there. But I'm not sitting here and just looking through it. I know, like, I know how to pronounce all these words and I can tell you how they all interact. It is such a learning curve too. And so that's why, as I learn more about products and I learn more about ingredients, because I want to be a constant learner in this, I have to change my opinion and I have to say, I don't recommend that product anymore. Or, oh no, they changed something. I do recommend that product now. So it's just this whole, it's such a whole learning curve. So just give yourself a lot of grace, knowing that swapping one thing is, getting you a step in the right direction, which is really important. But then secondly, don't, get mad at yourself and be like, oh, I'm so stupid for not recognizing that greenwashing. It's like, it's called greenwashing for a reason. Like, they totally fool all the people, right? That's why this is literally, I mean, it's a whole industry at this point. Okay, let me tell them that they need to be a little bit quieter upstairs. So, um, so that they aren't, they're probably playing lions and tigers and bears for all I know. Okay, so let's look at Mrs. Myers. So you can see my screen here. So I'm going to tell you why this immediately starts like making you think this is a good thing. So you see it and you go, oh, there's no dyes in here. Like that looks really great. Like immediately you're seeing like clear colors. They like to put a lot of like green and earth and happy kind of labels on it because obviously that makes you think, ooh. They'll say things like rooted in goodness, garden inspired scents, it's cruelty free, made with essential oils and other thoughtfully chosen ingredients. I'm like, great. What do you So again, all sounding good. Recyclable packaging, less pumps and caps, like blah, blah, blah. Leaping Bunny certified. They're all made with cruelty-free formulas. Contains plant-derived cleaning ingredients. All of this like sounding super great. Literally all over the page. Aroma therapeutics. See again, hardworking homekeeping, thoughtfully chosen ingredients. They keep saying thoughtfully chosen ingredients. Okay, so again, on the package, this sounds good. And if you've started to get really good at starting to spot greenwashing, you're going to be like, some of those things sound fishy. And I'll start to tell you why they sound fishy. Thoughtfully chosen ingredients. What does that mean? What does that mean? You have to be someone that questions. And so you're like, okay, thoughtfully chosen ingredients to who? I can thoughtfully choose chemicals and put them in there. I can thoughtfully do a lot of things that aren't great for my health, right? So that's something you definitely want to watch out for. Garden inspired scents, great. That doesn't mean they're not toxic or synthetic, right? All perfumes are basically kind of garden inspired scents. I guess maybe some you want to smell like a smoke, like a campfire. I don't know, but they all kind of are rooted in that. So same thing. They're like all plant derived ingredients. That doesn't mean it's non-toxic. Chemicals are start out as plants too, So that's important, to just kind of be like, immediately get your little eyes going. Okay. So we already know, we've talked a lot about, why, for example, not essential oils, fragrance is bad. Fragrance is something where they can put so many ingredients and they just can call it fragrance, right? And this is a massive endocrine disruptor. Your hormones are these little chemical messengers. They're talking to each other. They're going, I want you to do this and I want you to do that and do this, blah, 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 blah. And if you have these things that are coming in and acting like false estrogens and they're coming in and disrupting that communication, that's how we start to get those hormonal imbalances, that they start blocking up your receptors. So we don't like it. So we already know it has fragrance. We don't like it. So, but they have fragrance free. So we're still going to look at this. So this is the next thing that I do. I'm actually going to pull up this app called the Yucca app. It looks like, it kind of looks like that. It has like a little carrot. Yucca. I don't even know what it's called. And you can search any products in here. Okay. So this is like a hack that I like to do. I will look up a product that I know is really bad. Let's pull up Oh, they don't even have Tide detergent in here because it's so bad. Okay, great. That's not helpful. I will pull up something, like I said, like Tide detergent because I know it's really bad and I'm not worried about thinking that it's non-toxic. And so in this case, I pulled up just a regular detergent that's not like labeled as non-toxic whatsoever. And I'm going to put these ingredients in the show notes if you aren't watching the YouTube, because I think that will probably be helpful because you don't want to try and find an ingredient based off of my horrible pronunciation. Okay. So, right. Mrs. Myers over here pretending they're super non-toxic, right? They're like thoughtfully chosen ingredients made with essential oils, like plant-derived ingredients. So you're probably thinking, this is probably like really, really great. So I pulled up this random detergent, and one of the first ingredients, this is labeled as bad, like bad. One of the first ingredients is, okay, guys, I can't even pronounce these things, but it's methylisothiazolinone. Zolinone? I don't even know. If you're watching the recording, you're gonna see this. Okay. So what I do, which I will go and hit Command F on my thing and on my screen, and I will start typing this in the ingredients because I'm like, I don't want to have to look through all these ingredients and start seeing double to find this. So, and I don't want to miss it. So I do Command F on my computer and I start typing this in. Oh, look it's here. It's here. So it is in Mrs. Myers. Great. That's so lovely. So this is not as non-toxic as they make it. So let's look and see why this is like literally deemed as hazardous. So you can look up these ingredients and be like, why is this toxic? So it's an allergen, it's an irritant. This is a substance prohibited in leave-in products. So if you're washing your clothes in it, that's getting on your skin. This preservative, which is used as a substitute for parabens, is a highly irritating substance, highly allergic potential. 10% of the population is said to be allergic to it. Ow. That's kind of not nice. So basically, instead of using using a paraben, they are pulling something in other than that. Okay, so I'm trying to think of like, let's use another let's think of another brand that we could pull up here and look at. So I think that maybe we should pull up like a skincare. I know one that's like that a lot of people use is probably, I'm gonna say this wrong. Is it CeraVe? 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 So we're gonna pull it up and we're just gonna use the baby moisturizing cream, maybe. Maybe that will be a good one. Okay, so this one is already saying it's pediatric dermatologist tested. It's formulated to deliver 24 hours of moisture. It's fragrance-free, paraben-free, and dye-free. And so you're already like, cool. That sounds awesome. Okay. So you pull up the ingredients and now let's like look up a product that, I don't know, I feel like we all kind of know. I don't know. Do people think that CeraVe is non-toxic? Let's see if they have it on here. Um, um, because I don't know, it can just be tricky. So it looks like in skincare, one of the if you just like Google different skincares and lotions and things like that. Let me share my screen here for you guys again. One of the big things that looks like it pops up is phenoxythanol, which I'm sure I'm saying that wrong again. I find this in a lot of makeup as well. And the reason is it's basically a sub again for parabens. So they know that the public is looking for parabens, right? That's why a lot of things are like parabens free, parabens free, parabens free, right? So they are starting to pull in things that are flying past our radar in terms of parabens, but are not great. So phenylcyethanol is an endocrine disruptor potential. Why is this? So it's used primarily as a preservative. It's a sub for parabens. So basically, some studies show that's actually toxic on your blood and your liver. It's also suspected to have effects on your hormones and your fertility. This is the one that makes me want to cry. This is a baby moisturizing cream. In 2019, the French Agency for the Safety of Health Products, which is way more stringent than the FDA, like the FDA is just poop, published a decision requiring that so-called leave-on cosmetic products containing this preservative, phenoxyethanol, to be labeled as non-suitable for use on the buttocks of children aged 3 or under. Okay, that's a baby moisturizing cream. Because of the potential. Yeah, see, if you scroll down, it's like seal of acceptance, fragrance free, no parabens or phthalates. It's not going to give you eczema, blah, 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 blah. But like, don't put it on your kids age 3 and under because it's a potential endocrine disruptor and can affect their fertility. Ha! Ah. So anyway, that's how I start to spot greenwashing. Okay, so this is gonna be a very short episode because like we could do this all day with all ingredients, and we're gonna start diving into these different ingredients for different products and things to watch out for. We're doing a makeup episode coming up, or maybe you already heard my makeup episode. I don't know. And we're going to dive more into different ingredients and why I just don't like to see them. But anyways, that's what I like to do. I like to like use the Yuka app, and I'll pull up different brands and be like, okay, why is this deemed hazardous? Even though I already wouldn't consider, like, for example, I wouldn't consider like Deft or Tide or anything like that non-toxic, and I don't think you would as well. So we're not easily greenwashed there. So I then pull up those ingredients. The only thing to watch out for in this app is that what they don't do is sometimes I think people upload it and then they upload the ingredients and then the app will scan it. It's more of a Europe-based app. Some people don't add all the ingredients because I've looked at products here and it will be like, oh, it's excellent. And then I look at it and it only has like 10 ingredients, but the actual product has like 50. So that's just, something to kind of like watch out for as you are, learning all of this. But I do like pulling up a toxic product, saying, okay, why is this flagged as toxic? And then using Command F and looking for those ingredients. And then just don't get blinded by the front side of packages that say non-toxic, all natural, green, BPA free, paraben free. Basically in plastic, it's going to have some type of issue because they know the public is on to parabens. They know the public is on to BPA. So a lot of things will say BPA free, but you know what they just put in there? BPS, which has the same issues. So it's just like, we have to be informed consumers. And that's why, I think it's important to get to start reading your labels, start understanding your labels, start knowing what's going on so they don't pull the wool over your eyes. I think that's really, really important. So start to become an educated consumer here, start to read your labels. If you guys like have specific things that you want us to start looking at, please, like, I would love to do a review. This was kind of just your intro into greenwashing and not being swayed by these labels and starting to read other things. I think that that's really important. Another thing to just kind of think about, because I know that a lot of people are like, oh, it's fragrance with our essential oils, which is better than whatever. Well, yes, but again, it comes down to the integrity of the brand there, because essential oils can be all over the place in terms of purity, and essential oils leach into plastic. So if you're buying something with essential oils, you really want it to be in a glass container. So there's that. Okay. That's that. Let me know if you guys have questions. I am going to, if you've listened this far, whenever the episodes that I remember to do this, I think it's really fun. So I've been picking like a reviewer of the week. So I just like scroll. If you write a really like juicy review on the podcast, I'll pick it and I'm going to read your handle. And then if I picked you, then you get our recipe ebook for free. So if I picked you, please email us at leahbcoaching@gmail.com. Whoops. And sorry, I'm trying to adjust my chair here. leahbcoaching@gmail.com, and we will send you your download of the recipe ebook, which is a food cycling recipe ebook. So it has like the different foods for the different phases of your cycle and a bunch of recipes, which is awesome. I think that's really, they're like handy dandy to use. Also, so many things I forget to tell you guys. Like if you're on Apple Podcasts, make sure you subscribe so you get notified when we upload a new episode. We upload episodes every Monday at 8 a.m. And if you're on Spotify, you can hit follow. This just helps the podcast. Honestly, like this is a free resource that we give to you. And it's something I love to do, and I love to help share this education. But whenever like we share a brand that we really like and you're like, oh, I want to try that, when you use our links, that helps support the podcast, lets them know that, we are a credible source for you. When you hit subscribe and follow and rate and review, we just appreciate it all. Okay. So the person that I chose is Mackenzie Rodriguez. I love how your name is very easy to read. She gave the podcast 5 stars. She said it was life-changing, not to be dramatic. You can be dramatic. I have learned so much from this podcast: seed cycling, tracking cycles, working out for your cycle, found great product recommendations, etc. I trust everything Leah says. I feel that she's very credible and knowledgeable. I love her natural approach that is still realistic. She's amazing. Well, that's like the sweetest thing ever. You're awesome. Thank you for writing that. And I love that that comes across. I mean, I share products with you guys that I love. And if I learn to not love it because of whatever, I'm going to share that, which is one of the products coming up in the makeup episode, which I'm so not excited to share with you because I love this product, but found out some stuff about it. Okay, that's it. See you later, ladies.